The players take to the pitch, but the real story is here in the announcer's booth, where a certain award-winning writer is adding another chapter in her storied career. What makes a champion tick? We're about to find out.
It's a dreadful day for Quidditch, what with all this rain. Careful not to let anything slip.
Alas, I'm afraid that's it from me, Rita Skeeter. Until next time, dear audience.
Oh dear, the weather is quite hazardous, but accidents do make a good story.
Now that that's settled, let's see if we can get a word from our winners.
Our poor champions must brave the rain and sleet to get a chance at winning the World Cup trophy.
Welcome, my rabid readers. A little buggy told me tensions were high in the home team's changing room today. Might we see it spill out onto the pitch? I sure hope so. This has been Britain's #1 best-selling author, award-winning journalist, and now esteemed Quidditch commentator. Until next time, dear audience. That's the game. Now let's take a look at the standings. The match may be over, but the drama continues.
It's cold out here, but an illustrious reporter such as myself has been through worse.
Tears of joy and frustration abound as the final whistle sounds. Stop the presses, we have breaking news. This is the end of the match, but far from the end of the story. This has been Rita Skeeter, best-selling author, award-winning journalist, and now esteemed Quidditch commentator. Until next time, dear audience, remember, you can relive all the action and read a complete write-up of today's match in tomorrow's Daily Prophet. I'm Rita Skeeter, signing off. This has been Rita Skeeter, your source for all the hottest news, gossip, and Quidditch. Farewell. Remember, you can relive all the action and read a complete write-up of today's match in tomorrow's Daily Prophet. I am your commentator, signing off. This has been your commentator, the esteemed source for all the hottest news, gossip, and Quidditch. Farewell.
Don't let the calm weather fool you. This match is sure to be filled with nail-biting terror. The World Cup Stadium is lit up with fireworks, and my ears have been lit up with the latest gossip. A befitting start to what will surely be an incredible match. Good luck, everyone. The sun is in full force today, but that won't stop me from reporting on every detail of this match. This is Rita Skeeter for the Daily Prophet, bringing you exclusive coverage of the Quidditch World Cup teams. Welcome to the Daily Prophet's behind-the-scenes coverage of the Quidditch World Cup's teams, brought to you by none other than myself, Rita Skeeter. I'm Rita Skeeter, and welcome, dear readers, to the most exclusive and no doubt scandalous coverage of the Quidditch World Cup and its heroic teams. This is Rita Skeeter of the Daily Prophet, here to discover whether all the Quidditch World Cup teams remain so confident when I uncover all their juicy secrets. The players take to the skies, their brooms racing almost as fast as their hearts. The quaffle is in play, the snitch is off, and the seekers along with it. There go the bludgers. Careful now, they hit almost as hard as negative press. And the game begins. There's a quaffle pass. That's a pass to a teammate. The quaffle is passed. The chaser passes. Your final match against Australia will prove once and for all who has the better team. Or at least the better seeker. It's anyone's game in your finals match against China. Let's see if you can prove that you're an anyone. Your final match against Canada will earn one of you fame and glory, and likely lose the other a few fans. The whole wizarding world will be watching your showdown with Brazil for the World Cup. Don't be nervous, dears. In the final match of the Cup, many fans around the world stand to have their hearts broken. Would you say you're more worried for Spain's fans or yours? All eyes are on you and Germany as you prepare to throw down for the Cup. Does that intimidate you? Not to stir the cauldron, but does your team think France equally deserving of the World Cup? be honest. A sentimental reporter might say that you and India are already winners for making it this far. But nobody watches the World Cup for sentiment, do they? It's the final match between your team and Jamaica. Tell us, who do you predict the world will be celebrating tonight? Will you let Sweden take home the illustrious Quidditch World Cup? My readers hope you won't let it go without a fight. Many say the World Cup finals are as much a mental battle as a physical one. Do you think Mexico will buckle under the pressure, or will you? Inquiring minds want to know, can you topple Japan's defense and take the cup? Anything could happen in your final match against Uganda. Win or lose, make sure to put on a good show for my fans, and I'll return the favor and the profit. Do you have any words for my readers before your final match against the United Kingdom? I am, of course, completely impartial. Every seeker that has led their team to World Cup victory has gone down in history. Can you envision New Zealand's seeker in a history book? Or yours? If this were the quad pot finals, no doubt your upcoming match against the United States would be a bloodbath. But this is Quidditch, isn't it? That's a goal! The chaser scores! Goal! That poor keeper never had a chance. 10 points go on the board. The quaffle's in. Stop the presses. We have a goal. Relief washes over the chaser's face as the quaffle goes through the goalpost. Breaking news, the chaser scored. Hello, I'm Rita Skeeter. But of course you knew that already, didn't you? It's today's competitors who are the juicy news. So let's meet them, shall we? Oh, I say, that, my dear audience, is a goal. 2 teams prepare to put their lives on the line for glory. Who will come out on top today? Me, myself, and I want to know. Hello, and welcome to what I personally guarantee will be an exciting match, even if that means I have to get on a broom myself. It's a beautiful day for Quidditch. Before we begin, let me just say break a leg, players. Not literally, of course, though accidents do sell papers. It's another spectacular day for Quidditch. This is Rita Skeeter, but of course, you already knew that. Do you have any words for my readers before your final match against England? I am, of course, completely impartial. The tie has been broken, and no doubt a few hearts along with it. The tie's been broken, and that's the end of the game. Oh, thank Merlin, overtime is finally over. I mean, what a pity such a thrilling game has to come to an end. Alas, I'm afraid that's it from me. Until next time, dear audience. Today, the glory and the honor of being interviewed by yours truly belong to the visitors. The away team achieved victory, but one not without controversy. The home team scores a not unexpected victory, particularly if you believe those rumors of game fixing. The home team overcome character-defining tribulations and strive to win. Welcome, my dear readers, to the Quidditch World Cup. Let's keep our fingers crossed for a page-turning performance. The Quidditch World Cup is a spotlight that shines only once every 4 years. Who will be left basking in its glow this time? And who will have their dreams crushed? We're back at the Quidditch World Cup. Which of today's teams will do their country proud, and which will crumble under the crushing pressure? Let's find out, shall we? Today, 2 teams compete for a chance at Quidditch's most illustrious honor, a front-page exposé written by yours truly, and the World Cup, of course. Quidditch's best and brightest have assembled here today for the World Cup. Sparks, and perhaps some fiery sound bites, if we're lucky, are sure to fly. The quaffle is loose. Teams from across the globe prepare to put their lives on the line for the opportunity to hoist the World Cup. The quaffle is knocked loose. The chaser fumbles. That's a fumble. Goal! Now that's the kind of move that sells papers. Way to go, Chang. Cho Chang scores. Her moves were as elegant as a flash of pen on paper.
And that's the game. Let's take a look at the standings. Ah, the joy of victory and agony of defeat.
Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Brazil as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Australia as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Germany as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing China as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Canada as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing France as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Spain as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing India as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Jamaica as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Japan as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Mexico as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Sweden as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing the United Kingdom as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Uganda as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. The players take to the skies, their brooms racing almost as fast as their hearts. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing New Zealand as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing the United States as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. The snitch is off, taking the seekers' hopes along with it. Today's victors are Egypt. If those reports of infighting are true, they're doing a good job of keeping it off the pitch. China win. It appears they're fighting back, tears of joy and relief as they realize all their hard work is finally worth it. India achieves a victory, and with it, the potential to be the shining victors of this year's World Cup. After a win like that, one can't help but wonder if there's any truth to the rumours that the Italian team are, in actuality, transfigured members of the Montrose Magpies. Japan may not have invented Quidditch, but there's little question, particularly after this win, that they perfected it. Spain win! After an exuberant battle on the field, they are ready to be interviewed by none other than yours truly. The beater knocked a player down. The beater made short work of that player. That's a player down. We have a player down. The beater's target is down for the count. That's a knockout by the beater. The beater knocks their victim right off the broom. That was breaking news. What an exciting play. There's never a dull moment on the pitch. Wow, that strategy is going directly into the daily profit. Yes. Did you see that? No. Whoa. Wow. Australia steals possession. Brazil steals possession. Canada steals possession. China steals possession. Germany steals possession. Spain steals possession. France steals possession. Japan steals possession. India steals possession. Jamaica steals possession. Mexico steals possession. Sweden steals possession. Uganda steals possession. USA steals possession. United Kingdom steals possession. New Zealand steals possession. Some say that with Australia as your first opponents, you'd be lucky to finish this cup with all your teeth intact, let alone the cup. Care to comment? Do you suppose there's such a high interest in your first match against Canada because of your seekers' very public feud? My dears, Does going up against Brazil in your first match scare you as much as everyone is saying it should? Be honest. There are rumors that Germany have some new tricks up their sleeve this year. I suppose your team will be the testing grounds. Your first match against China will set a precedent for the entire Cup. Care to speculate on the results? Rumour has it India's new keeper might embarrass a chaser or two this year. Are yours ready to prove themselves? My dears, try not to let France steal your spotlight in the very first match of the Cup. Before your first match against Jamaica, do you have any salacious secrets to share with my readers? Better to come from your mouths than mine. Your first match against Japan will set one of your teams up as the favourite for the Cup. Care to comment on the weight this puts on your shoulders? Not to spread rumours, but there's quite a bit of talk about Spain's seeker this year. More than yours, at least? Comments? Your first match of the Cup is against Mexico. Does your seeker have what it takes to show theirs up? Uganda is a fan favourite this year, but Quidditch isn't a popularity contest, is it? Though if it were, would you agree you're the underdog in this match? If Sweden's team is half as good this year as we've heard, you might have reason to be nervous. Care to comment on your nerves? Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing England as they prepare to enter their first qualifying match of the Cup. Any comments before your first match against the United Kingdom? My rabid readers are very interested in what your team has to say. Off the record, I think you have this one in the bag. And no, I didn't say the same to New Zealand. I'll be honest, I sometimes forget the United States know what Quidditch is. Do you think they'll surprise you this year? Oliver Wood, an all-star athlete and commanding presence on the field, gets the goal. Sources close to Wood testify that he's obsessed with winning. So obsessed, I wonder, that he'd cheat to score. Weasley scores. I have it on good authority. Ronald has used Felix Felicis in a match before. And you know what they say, old habits die hard. Weasley gets a goal. And a supposedly much-needed boost in self-confidence. The chaser ties the game. The chaser scores, tying the match. The playing field has been levelled. Oh, poor Beater's going to need therapy after that fall. Ouch! A hit like that is going to leave more than just a single mark. Oh dear! You hate to see that happen. The chaser comes crashing to the ground. Stop the presses! We have a player down. Ouch! A hit like that is bound to leave more than just physical scars. We have breaking news in all sense of the word. The keeper's been hit. The keeper's been knocked off their broom. That fall looked nasty. I'd hate to be that keeper right now. Cheer up, Seeker. Sure, you've fallen, but you've also made the front page. On the other side, we have China, who, according to a very reliable source, are going through some team growing pains. Could it spell the end for their World Cup run? China seem to improve every tournament. What's the secret to their success? And will it be enough to get them a win? That said, China's going to need more than luck to win this one. As one of the hardest working teams in the tournament, one has to wonder if China won't end up burning out before the end. Egypt's keeping their strategy and secrets under tighter lock and key than one of their tombs. Just what do they have up their sleeve? However, I wouldn't underestimate Egypt, whose seeker is reportedly quite accomplished. Or will Egypt's thirst for the oasis in the desert that is victory win out in the end? Rumor has it that the normally united Egypt have been at each other's throats lately. Can they cooperate long enough to pull off a win? India is a spirited team with a great heart, but will courage be enough to see them to victory? India's more accustomed to flying in warmer climates. Can their team pull off a win, or will they get swept like dust under the proverbial rug? Their opponents are the team from India, who came to the field ready to show off their skill and athleticism. A little buggy told me a key starter for India is playing injured.
It'll be interesting to see how they compensate. Then there's Italy, whose strategy seems to have been sculpted and chiseled with more care than a Renaissance sculpture. Despite their calculated play, Italy has historically struggled to get very far in this tournament. Will that all change today? They have a fierce opponent in Japan, who fly onto the field prepared and ready to take the victory. Rumor has it the entire Italian teams come down with dragon pox and have been covertly replaced with transfigured auras. Like myself, the team from Japan are renowned for their accuracy. Then there's Japan, who are rumored to have a trick up their sleeve that might just surprise us all. Expectations are high for Japan. They show no obvious signs of cracking under pressure, but Quidditch isn't exactly known for being a relaxing sport. Italy, their opponents, have a lot riding on this match, but the real drama is off the pitch, where zealous Italian fans reportedly transfigured the World Cup into a very interesting sculpture. Finally, we have Spain, who've been accused of complacency in recent years. Will they continue to sink further into the bog of mediocrity today, or will they finally claw their way back to the surface? Rumor has it the Spanish team have been at each other's throats behind closed doors. Oh, to be a billywig on that changing room wall. The Spanish put on a show of confidence in the pre-game interviews, but this seasoned reporter saw it for what it was, a bluff. They're nervous, and for good reason. The referees have called the game for Brazil, but some are already crying foul after Brazil's Curupira mascots were caught vandalizing their opponent's changing room. Canada may be too polite to brag aloud about this win, but you can bet they'll fly more confidently from here on out. Congratulations to France on a victory worthy of a cover story. I have high expectations for Spain. After all, what is Quidditch but a fandango between two teams vying for the spotlight? The Ugandans were truly a force of nature on that pitch. The question is, are they sustained and devastating like a hurricane, or will they quickly come and go like a summer storm? Sweden gave it their all for this win, physically, mentally, and, if those bribery rumors are to be believed, financially. Mexico's win should fill their athletes with pride and satiate their fans, who have been hungry for World Cup glory. But it misses the mark. Despite reports of injury, the Polish team managed to pull off a win. And it's a miss. With today's win, Norway add another page to their illustrious World Cup history. But the shot's no good. It misses the hoop. But the shot goes wide. And the shot misses. Oh, that's a miss. Nice try, Chaser. But that's an intercept. There's the shot, and it's intercepted. The quaffle is shot. Is there a plan in the works? Oh, what's the play? Ugh, that's not good. Oh, that's too bad. That was heartbreaking to watch. Don't worry, I'll make this look better in the Daily Prophet. Watch out. Oh, dear. Amazing. Me, myself, and I are stunned. Incredible. Goodness, how did they do that? How exciting. What a sneaky play. I'm impressed. The drama is just heating up. Keep those bludgers away from my face. I just can't wait for these post-match interviews. The keeper makes the save. That was quite the block. The keeper stops the shot and breathes a sigh of relief. A superb save. Have we got a new star keeper on our hands? That's a goal. The quaffle's in. That's a goal. The quaffle's in. Stop the presses. We have a goal. The Chaser scores. Stop the presses. We have a goal. That's a goal. The Chaser scores. 10 points go on the board. Well, 10 points go on the board. Goal! That poor keeper never had a chance. Relief washes over the Chaser's face as the quaffle goes through the goal post. Breaking news! The Chasers scored! Relief washes over the Chaser's face as the quaffle sails through the goal post. That, my dear audience, is a goal. Breaking news! The Chasers scored! Well, Breaking news! The Chasers scored! Draco Malfoy scores! A defiant rebuke of those rumors that he bought his way onto the team. Ah, that's 10 points courtesy of whichever Weasley twin that was. That, my dear audience, is a goal. Goal! Malfoy's almost as reliable a chaser as he is an informant. Weasley sends the quaffle through a gap in the keeper's defenses that was smaller than the fine print on his joke products. Potter makes a nigh impossible shot. A known Parselmouth. Did he resort to the dark arts, the very thing that killed his parents, in his desperation to win? Harry Potter is likely fighting back tears after this goal, no doubt, wondering if his late parents would be proud. But Brazil, with their youthful exuberance and overzealous manager, may prove hard to best. Win or lose, Brazil is certain to put on a show. As 5-time World Cup champions, expectations are high for Brazil. It'd be a shame if they cracked under the pressure. Their opponents this time are the cordial team from Canada, who I can assure you will not be so polite on the pitch. If Brazil's flying and technique are as impressive as their teamwork, we might have a competition on our hands. Canada look to replicate the magic that won them the 1990 World Cup title. But you can bet the plucky Canada won't go down without a fight. Frequently underestimated, Canada hope to assert themselves as a major Quidditch world power with a win today. France has a storied history in this competition. Will the chapter they write today be one of epic victory or disastrous defeat? Their opponents this time are the French national team. Count on them for a flashy performance and juicy sound bites. France may seem elegant and proper now, but just wait until the bludgers start flying. A reliable source tells me France's roster is fraught with drama. I know I, for one, can't wait to see this play out. And then we have Mexico, who hope their strategy and high spirits will give them the edge today. Mexico has historically struggled to get past the first few rounds of this tournament. Can they actually get it done this time? Or are their fans in for another disappointment? The gossip coming out of the Mexican team's changing room is hotter than the presses. Hopefully their performance will be just as exciting. Mexico will need to play their hearts out if they want to beat their opponents and prove their mettle. Norway are favourites for a reason. Their players dance across the sky like the aurora borealis. I'm not a betting woman, but if I were, I'd place my money on Norway. It'd be a mistake to count out Poland. Rumours say this team was trained by the illustrious Josef Wronski himself. Norway are dismissive of allegations of illegal broom modifications, but that's exactly how I'd act if I had enchanted my broom. Sweden may look unassuming, but that is arguably precisely what makes them so dangerous. Poland look poised for a fight. With any luck, we'll get a crash or two. Sweden has been rather tight-lipped during their pre-game interviews, but my journalistic instincts are telling me to not rule them out. I have it on good authority that a Polish chaser is planning to play through an injury. Will their sacrifice prove worth it? Or will their stubbornness cost their team the match? Uganda have pulled off some shocking upsets in the past. Can they manage another one today? I confess, my reporting on Sweden gave me little insight on the skill and unity of their Quidditch team, but I recognize ambition when I see it. Rumour has it, Norway's captain selection has caused a rift in the team. Could this be the chink in the armour their opponents were waiting for? Then there's Poland, who are betting it all on youthful spirit and dynamism. Will their gamble pay off? My sources tell me Sweden have been cozying up to ICWQC officials. Sounds like they're hoping it really does pay to have friends in high places. Rumour has it Uganda have a star player up their sleeve. Well,
I may not have the sight, but I predict that's going to elicit some accusations of unfairness. Have you ever seen a pluckier team than Uganda? Those witches and wizards' courage is almost as contagious as the chant their fans are spreading in the crowd. Their opponents today are the Ugandans, who you can guarantee will not go down easily. Our winners today, my dear audience, are the Danish. Finland win. To this embattled team, this victory must feel like the first sprout of spring after a long, cold winter. England win, living to fight another day. Can their willpower take them all the way to the Quidditch World stage? Germany stays focused even in the face of personal drama and scandal, earning them a win. Ireland's stingy defense won them that match. Let's hope they're not as guarded in their post-game interviews. Lebanon have defied the odds to win. I just love a good underdog story, don't you? A favourite going into this year's tournament, it should come as no surprise that Nigeria won. If anyone doubted that Jamaica was a serious contender for the cup, they certainly aren't after this win. Morocco win! Their quest to make a name for themselves on the Quidditch World stage is off to a good start. This victory for Ukraine is a testament to their athleticism and determination. They are truly a joy to watch, both on and off the field. Nice save! What a save! Nothing's getting past that keeper. The keeper stops the quaffle. It goes wide of the hoop, and the quaffle is in. The keeper blocks the goal without breaking a sweat. And it's in. And it soars through the goal. Incredible shot. And that's a goal. The away team steals possession. What a shot! And with that victory, Brazil have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, Australia have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. The home team steals possession, and with that victory, Canada have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, China have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, Germany have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, Spain have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, India have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, France have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, Jamaica have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, Sweden have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, Mexico have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, Uganda have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, the United Kingdom have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, the United States have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. The beater flies in for the assist. And with that victory, New Zealand have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. And with that victory, Japan have won the coveted Quidditch World Cup. Not to be outdone, the beater gets the assist. Ginny, a rather gifted and well-mannered Weasley child, scores. The beater creates the opening the chaser needs. The taciturn Rolanda Hooch scores. Goal! Sources close to Weasley say she'll do whatever it takes to win. Could that include cheating? Severus Snape appears to be unleashing some bottled-up rage as he hurls the quaffle past the keeper. I'm not saying Hooch cheated to make that goal, but if anyone would know how to cheat and get away with it, it'd be a referee. Snape manages to score, despite looking more at home in a dungeon than outdoors on the pitch. Chang takes a nasty hit. Her mind is clearly elsewhere, but I'll get to the bottom of it. Poor Cho Chang. That fall must have seriously shaken her confidence. That's the end of the tie and end of the game. The tie is over, and that's the game. The visitors squeak out a win, dealing the home team a loss that will undoubtedly keep them up at night for many years to come.
It was a close game, but the away team managed to keep their lead until the final whistle. For Denmark, winning the World Cup would be a fairy tale. Will this match bring them closer to their happily ever after? The home team overcome character-defining tribulations and internal strife to win. The visitors were nipping at the home team's heels like a hungry chimera, but they were ultimately able to hold them off. Denmark, a newcomer to the tournament, hoped to make a good first impression with a big win. After a fierce battle of wits and wills, the home team have come out on top. Rumor has it, Denmark has been going through coaches faster than I go through hairspray. But it'll be hard not to root for Denmark. After all, everyone loves an underdog. Then we have England. After a long drought, fans are thirsty for another cup. Will the team rise to the challenge or fall to pieces? I have it on good authority that England's star chaser was injured in an altercation with a disgruntled Chudley Cannons fan yesterday. How will this affect the team's performance today? As the inventors of Quidditch, the pressure is certainly on England to perform. Rumours of conflict have long plagued our beloved British team. Can they wipe the figurative slate clean with a win today? Don't let Finland's smiles fool you. They mean business. That said, Finland may end up surprising us all. Meanwhile, Germany is betting it all on a new hotshot coach and a team of up-and-comers. Will it pay off? The team from Finland hope to give their country one more reason to be happy with a win. I, however, am more curious about Germany. Will their performance shed light onto the rumors that a certain chaser bought their way onto the team? Finland is a relative newcomer to the tournament. How will they cope against vastly more experienced teams? Weak seekers have historically cost Germany the tournament. Will this buck the trend, or will the team soon be placing an ad in the classifieds? Breaking news, Team Germany's star player suffers a nasty breakup minutes before the match. Will that heartache turn into heartbreak for the team? Ireland certainly have a fight ahead of them, don't they? Let's see if the luck of the Irish is a real thing. Renowned for their superb chasers, Ireland is a strong contender for the cup. But every team has a weakness. Then you have Ireland, who are rumoured to have completely thrown out their playbook last night. Needless to say, this does not bode well for a repeat of 1994. Ireland are looking positively green, around the gills, that is. I was hoping they'd spill their guts, but not like this. Don't count Jamaica out. When it comes to Quidditch, their hearts beat as one. On the other hand, Jamaica have the speed and talent of champions, but do they have the discipline? Lebanon look rather nervous. Will they find their groove or be stuck out of tune? I have it from a reliable source that the Lebanese beaters are currently not on speaking terms. With any luck, they'll turn their bludgers on each other. They're facing Morocco, a team known for their patience and calmness. But everyone has their buttons, so to speak. Could this be the day theirs get pushed? If defense wins championships, Morocco ought to start making space in their trophy cabinet now. Jamaica look rather determined. Will they show their opponents what they're made of, or falter under pressure? Jamaica better hope their keeper can keep the quaffle out better than they can keep secrets in. Lebanon entered the tournament as long shots, but you know what they say, every underdog has its day. Lebanon already proved they can go on the defensive in today's press conference. Now they just need to carry it over to the pitch. Meanwhile, Nigeria will attempt to fend off the home team and those nasty allegations of bludger tampering. Morocco's captain insists their team is like one big happy family. But every family have their secrets and black sheep. Will we see any cracks in that tight-knit facade form today? fly. Nigeria's beaters are world-renowned for their athleticism and their candor. If we're lucky, perhaps they'll bat a few scoops our way. A favorite in this tournament, Nigeria is looking rather self-assured, but will their confidence prove their downfall? Nigeria's drawn first blood, literally. Their vampiric Sasabon Sam mascot caused panic earlier when it escaped into the crowd. I have it on good authority that Ukraine have been fudging their player stats. Just what are they trying to compensate for? Quidditch's best and brightest have assembled here today for the World Cup. Sparks and perhaps some fiery sound bites are sure to fly. When you think of Quidditch authorities, you likely don't think of Morocco. Will this match change that? Great hit from the beater. Breaking news, Bulgaria win. How must they feel in this moment, knowing they are now one step closer to the World Cup? What a powerful hit. A direct hit. The bludger hits. Ukraine, on the other hand, look as mighty and ferocious as an iron-bellied dragon. Newcomers Ukraine certainly look the part of a champion Quidditch team, but can they play like one? And with that, Australia have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. Much like their namesake dragon, Ukraine have fire in their bellies. But will that be enough to get them a victory? Goal! That's a hit from the beater. The chaser scores! The chaser scores a goal! And with that, Canada have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, Brazil have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, China have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, Germany have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, Spain have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, France have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, India have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, Jamaica have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, Japan have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, Mexico have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, Uganda have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, the United States have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, Sweden have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. And with that, the United Kingdom have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. Chang makes the save. Good on her for not letting her nerves get the best of her. And with that, New Zealand have lost their chance at this year's Quidditch World Cup. Cho Chang denies the chaser almost as vehemently as she's denied certain salacious rumours. Cho Chang scores. Her moves were as elegant as the strokes of my Quick Quotes quill. Goal! Don't be fooled by Diggory's gentle eyes. Behind them is a soul of a competitor. Oh, Cedric Diggory scores as effortlessly as I write bestsellers. Goal! Tired of being lumped together with his twin brother, could Weasley be trying to make a name of his own? However, I wouldn't discount Bulgaria, especially if those rumours about their grueling 12-hour practices are to be believed. They'll be facing off against Bulgaria, whose game faces could intimidate a dragon. Rumour has it George Weasley has literal tricks up his sleeve. Did this notorious troublemaker cheat his way to a goal? Bulgaria, no doubt with the help of their Vila mascot, seem to have won over the crowd. Will they win the match too? Bulgaria has suffered some heartbreaking defeats in past tournaments. Will their redemption arc begin today? Both teams played commendably, but Australia are our winners today. Despite rumours of a row between two of their players, Argentina still pull off a win. Australia takes the shot, Brazil takes the shot, Canada takes the shot, Germany takes the shot, China takes the shot, Spain takes the shot,
France takes the shot. India takes the shot. Mexico takes the shot. Jamaica takes the shot. Japan takes the shot. Sweden takes the shot. Uganda takes the shot. United Kingdom takes the shot. USA takes the shot. South Africa takes the shot, but Brazil intercepts it. But Australia intercepts it. But Canada intercepts it. But Germany intercepts it. But China intercepts it. But Spain intercepts it. But France intercepts it. But Japan intercepts it. But India intercepts it. But Jamaica intercepts it. But Mexico intercepts it. But Uganda intercepts it. But United Kingdom intercepts it. But Sweden intercepts it. But New Zealand intercepts it. But USA intercepts it. The snitch has been caught. The seeker's got the snitch. The seeker reaches out and catches the snitch. The seeker holds out their glove and captures the snitch. There's the snitch, but who will be the first to catch it? The snitch is revealed. We have a buzzer beater on our hands. Today, the glory of victory and of being interviewed by yours truly belongs to you. Breaking news, it's a buzzer beater. The seeker pulls a daring maneuver and catches the snitch. Wood's been hit. Serves him right for making me get up in the early morning to cover his practices. Oof, Ronald Weasley has been knocked off his broom. Ronald is down. But if I know anything about that family, it's that the Weasleys never give up. The highly driven Oliver Wood has been driven right into the ground. As you know, I am not easily impressed, but even I have to admit that catch was splendid. The seeker has the snitch. It's turning out to be quite the buzzer beater, isn't it? With eyes set aflame with passion, the seeker reaches out and grabs the snitch. The seeker captures the snitch and the glory. But don't count out Argentina, who are ready to show the crowd what they're made of. How will Argentina respond? And more importantly, will they go on the record? The team from Argentina, dreams of stardom burning in their eyes, have their sights set on a win. Argentina braces themselves to fight tooth and nail for a victory. However, I wouldn't count Australia out. That team's as dangerous as the creatures that roam that magic forsaken island. Meanwhile, Australia hope that a win today will cement themselves as a proper Quidditch power. Can the Thunderer and Warrior players stop beating each other up long enough for Australia to win? Oh my, the Seekers caught the snitch. South Korea's impressive maneuvers won them the match this time, but this tournament can test even the strongest athletes. Can they pull through until the end? Like a wizard who peaked while at Hogwarts, Australia hoped to relive their 1966 World Cup glory. Australia saves it. Brazil saves it. Canada saves it. Germany saves it. India saves it. Spain saves it. China saves it. France saves it. Jamaica saves it. Mexico saves it. Japan saves it. Sweden saves it. United Kingdom saves it. New Zealand took a page out of an Antipodean opalized playbook and went on a rampage, earning themselves a win. Uganda saves it. USA saves it. South Africa saves it. Can the Chaser tie the game? Will this goal level the score? This could be the final shot. Oh, no! No! 30 seconds left. Yes! Only 30 seconds left. Hurry! Only 30 seconds left. This here might be the last chance. Oh! 30 seconds, but it's not over till it's over. 30 seconds to secure the win. No time to slack off. There's just 30 seconds left. We're down to the last 30 seconds. With an almost maniacal look in his eyes, Oliver Wood makes the save. The final whistle sounds, breaking hearts and hopes along with it. But that's Quidditch, my friends. Wood, a promising young keeper, stops the quaffle just in time. Ronald Weasley, who sources say is a middle child in desperate need for attention, makes a flashy save. As Harry's best friend, Weasley is used to playing second fiddle, but all eyes are on him after that block. Angelina Johnson scores a rather flashy goal. Could there be someone special she's trying to impress? Goal! Are we witnessing a rising young star in action? Or has Johnson already hit her peak? Miss Granger has proven herself to not be above extortion. Could she have blackmailed the keeper into letting her shot in? Hermione Granger uses her wiles to get the quaffle past the keeper. Is there no one she won't toy with to get what she wants? The playing field has been leveled. The chaser ties the game. The chaser scores, tying the match. Ouch! A hit like that is going to leave a mark. With that goal, the tie has been broken. Ooh, ouch! A hit like that is going to leave more than just a mark. Stop the presses! We have a player down! Oh, Malfoy's been hit. His father is going to hear about this. Oh dear, you hate to see that happen. My sources tell me Draco is under constant pressure to live up to the Malfoy name. Could this be why he slipped? Weasley crashes to the ground. Looks as though his jokes aren't the only thing that aren't landing. Fred Weasley's been hit. No doubt karma for jinxing my quick quotes quill. Ouch! Harry Potter hasn't made a mistake that big since he allowed himself to be charmed by that Granger girl. Poor Potter suffers yet another blow in a life already littered with personal loss and pain. The visitors come back from behind to win, thanks to their perseverance and, as some have begun to speculate, a friendly referee. The home team looked destined for defeat, but they took fate into their own hands and pulled off a victory. Against all odds, the home team have come back from behind to win. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was suspicious. Their opponents today are New Zealand, a team with their sights set on the cup. Will they bring their country glory or disappoint their fans? New Zealand have a lot to prove and even more to disprove today. All eyes are on New Zealand's star chaser, who, by all accounts, has quite the strong personality. Will we see it flare up today? Don't count South Korea out. If my reporting is correct, which of course it always is, they have plans in place for every contingency. South Korea might not have the history or prestige of some of the legacy teams, but they certainly have the skill, drive, and utter disdain for post-game interviews of one. South Korea are no strangers to the demands of competition. They're prepared to withstand the waves of pressure and rise to victory. In a triumph of the human spirit, determination, and drive, the away team pull off a comeback victory. Some will say it's the Netherlands' technical creativity and tactical awareness that won them this match. I say it's their disarming smiles. Congratulations to France on a cover-worthy victory. New Zealand's manager is confident they'll score a win. And looking at the team on the field, it's easy to see why. A little buggy told me South Korea has been spying on its competition during practice. Some people will do anything to get ahead, won't they? South Africa win! They've proven they have what it takes to compete on the world stage. Now can they prove they have the staying power? Our winners today are the team from Saudi Arabia. I haven't seen such an overnight success since, well, the life and lies of Albus Dumbledore. Away team takes the shot, but the home team intercepts it. Amazing! Home team takes the shot. Only a minute left in the game. Oh dear. Just 1 minute left. Incredible! Time's ticking. 60 seconds. Just 1 minute left to rack up more points. Anything can happen in the last minute. Despite their inexperience, the Polish team managed to pull off a win. Give it your all in this last minute. Time's running out with 1 minute remaining. Me, myself, and I don't play favorites, but those who do seem to unanimously favor you over Brazil for the cup. Would it be accurate to quote you as saying you mean to humiliate Canada in the next match? No? Given your standings, some say China has no chance to win in your next match. Care to add anything? Do you think India has any chance at all of defeating your team in the next match? Off the record, of course. Tell us, do you agree with comments claiming France has been playing in your shadow thus far in the Cup? Perhaps you can give the readers a show and not defeat Germany too quickly. What do you say? If I were a betting woman, which of course I'm not, I might have 100 galleons or two against Australia in your next match. But the away team intercepts it. Some say that Spain's bludgers hit hardest when their back is against the wall. Perhaps we'd better get your photos taken before the match. So far, Jamaica hasn't matched your track record in the Cup, but everyone loves a good underdog story. Except for your team this match, I suppose. Our sources say Japan has an ironclad plan to claim your place in the Cup. You don't suppose they somehow got their hands on your playbook, do you? Despite not scoring as well as your team this Cup, Mexico is still the fan favourite this year. But it's not a popularity contest, is it? Many hope the United Kingdom will make their comeback next match. I, of course, remain unbiased as ever. Any words for my readers? Uganda has bounced back from worse odds before, and some speculate your team might buckle next match. Still feeling confident? Sweden's record doesn't hold up to yours so far, but then it can all come down to the seekers, can't it? Is yours feeling up to the pressure? The United States isn't favoured in their next match against you, but that's never stopped them from a good fight, has it? Are you prepared for battle? Any choice words for New Zealand as they try to take your place in the Cup next match? Don't hold back now. Ah, the keeper makes the save! Oh, the keeper makes the save. Oh, that was quite the block. That was quite the block. The keeper stops the shot and breathes a sigh of relief. Draco Malfoy chimes in with a block and a witty retort. The keeper stops the shot and breathes a sigh of relief. A superb save. Have we got a new star keeper on our hands? Fred Weasley stops the shot. Now if he'd only stop filling my purse with demon dung firecrackers. Malfoy looks smug after he makes a daring save. Looks like his Quidditch skills are catching up to the rumours about him. Sources close to Weasley say he often uses humour as a defence mechanism, but this might be the first time he's done so literally. Harry Potter makes the save. Always has to play the hero, doesn't he? Potter nearly gets himself hurt intercepting the shot. Seems that there are no lengths this boy won't go to win. Draco Malfoy scores, a defiant rebuke of those rumours that he bought his way onto the team. Goal! Malfoy's almost as reliable a chaser as he is an informant. Fred Weasley sends the quaffle through a gap in the keeper's defences that was smaller than the fine print on his joke products. That's 10 points courtesy of whichever Weasley twin that was. Potter makes a nigh impossible shot. A known Parselmouth, did he resort to the dark arts, the very thing that killed his parents, in his desperation to win? Weasley falls, a change of pace for a girl who reportedly is usually the one making others fall for her. Ginny Weasley's been hit, and no one looks more upset about it than one Harry Potter. Very interesting. That attack on Snape looked clearly targeted. Revenge for all the homework he's inflicted in potions class, perhaps. Rolanda Hooch is down. Is this a case of those who can't teach? Hooch has fallen from her broom. If this is the best she can do, perhaps Hogwarts ought to put up a classified for a new flying instructor. Snape's down. Dumbledore's influence may have kept Severus out of Azkaban, but it can't save him on the pitch. Cho Chang is the picture of poise under pressure as she catches the snitch. If Brazil's flying and technique are as impressive as their teamwork, we might not have any competition at all.
A death-defying catch of the snitch. Surrounded by famous and gifted peers, is Cho desperate to stand out? Needless to say, this match won't be a tiptoe through the tulips for the Dutch. The Dutch team are newcomers to this tournament. Will they make a splash or barely leave a ripple? Finally, we have Mexico, who hope their strategy and high spirits will give them the edge today. Rumour has it the team from the Netherlands are behind last night's runaway erumpent. If so, they owe me a new pair of glasses. I'm not suggesting we read anything into the fact that Saudi Arabia seem quite assured they'll win today, but has anyone checked their water bottles for Felix Felicis? Their opponents today are Saudi Arabia, a team with as much of an eye for style as talent. Rumour has it the Saudi keeper has fallen handle over bristles for an opposing chaser. Don't be surprised if you see a blockable quaffle or two slip through. Oops. They have a fierce opponent in the Netherlands who storm the pitch like warriors on a battlefield. Despite being relative newcomers to the league, Saudi Arabia are coming into this tournament hot. Is this the start of a new Quidditch dynasty? But the real story might just be South Africa. If that gossip about a love triangle is true, the quaffle might not be the only thing those chasers will be pursuing. Talk around camp is that South Africa has bribed the referees. Now, I haven't exactly been able to prove these claims, but I haven't disproven them either. South Africa has a track record of strong performers. Will this match today catapult them to superstardom? Their opponents today are the team from Uganda, who you can guarantee will not go down easily. If anyone doubted that Jamaica was a serious contender for the cup, they aren't after this win. Our winners today are the United States. Looks like their risky maneuvers on the field didn't blow up in their faces after all. The away team saves it. The home team saves it. I can hear the snitch, but where is it? Eyes on the prize, seekers. The snitch is on the field. The snitch is free. South Africa have given it their all to make it this far, but the road to the cup only gets rockier from here. Will they peter out or will they go the distance? There goes the snitch. Eyes to the skies, seekers. The snitch is loose. Let the hunt begin. The match has reached the halfway mark. Sweden has been rather tight-lipped during their pre-game interviews, but my journalistic instincts are telling me to not rule them out. Who will be the first to find the snitch? Can anyone see where the snitch went? The game is halfway over, but anything can still happen. We're halfway in. Can the other team turn the tide? We're halfway into a nail-bitingly tense match. Not to mention a few new sponsors. Halfway there. Who comes out on top? Fans and fair-weather fans alike, rejoice. I never doubted them for more than a moment. And immortality through my words. Read all about it in tomorrow's Daily Prophet. I'd like to think my words inspired them towards victory. What an exciting match. I can hear all the delicious tears of frustration. The beater flies in for the assist. The beater creates the opening the chaser needs. Not to be outdone, the beater gets the assist. A great save by Jenny. One can't help but wonder if the youngest Weasley is sending a message. Hooch blocks the shot. Hogwarts flying instructor really knows her game. Rolanda Hooch, who knows her way around a broom but not a conversation, makes the save. Weasley blocks the shot. She's keeping her eye on the quaffle, and if the rumours are true, a certain boy who lived. Snape makes the save. For additional insight into the tormented potions master, be sure to read my latest work, coming to bookstores soon. Severus Snape may have stopped the shot, but he can't stop my investigation into his murky family history. Jenny, a rather gifted and well-mannered Weasley child, scores. Poor Cedric Diggory. He's clearly being targeted by someone jealous of his good looks and talent. Diggory's down. His father expects so much of him, it was only a matter of time before he cracked under the pressure. Weasley's hit. Jokester George may be laughing on the outside, but I can guarantee you he's crying on the inside. Sources close to Weasley tell me he doesn't take anything seriously. Looks like he's paying dearly for that attitude. Don't let Finland's smiles fool you. They mean business. Weak seekers have historically cost Germany the tournament. Will this one buck the trend, or will history be repeating itself? Look for the United States to turn this match into a my broom is bigger than your broom competition. Nigeria's drawn the first blood, literally. Their vampiric Sassabonsam mascot caused panic earlier when it escaped into the crowd. Today the United States put down the quad and join us in the quaffle playing world. Their opponents are the United States, a team who, win or lose, are sure to make headlines. Rumor has it one of the United States players unleashed a niffler at camp yesterday. I don't like to spread gossip, but I am missing my pocket watch. The United Kingdom win, living to fight another day. Can their willpower take them all the way to the top of the Quidditch World stage? A direct hit. Nice catch. It's anyone's game now. The Seeker catches the snitch and levels the score. The Seeker brought the score to a nail-biting tie. Thanks to the Seeker, the game is tied. The snitch is within reach. Don't lose focus now. I, for one, refuse to entertain the ghastly rumours that their brooms were hexed in that final match. My dears, you are as noble in defeat as you are on the pitch. Well, perhaps a little less so. Keep the training up, and in 4 years you may just land another chance at an exclusive feature. And the cup as well, I suppose. I believe that with hard work and practice, they'll get another shot at the coveted prize next time. Let's just hope their sponsors agree. You can almost taste their delicious tears of frustration and despair. Better luck next time, dears. But some might say the real victory was the chance to be interviewed by yours truly. For such an open book, Cedric Diggory is rather good at keeping out the quaffle. Diggory's undoubtedly added a few new admirers to his fan club after that save. Bellatrix Lestrange scores! With any luck, I'll score too. An interview with her, that is. Honestly, would it kill the Weasley twins to wear their hair differently? In any case, I believe it was George who blocked the shot. Goal! Lestrange is surprisingly good at a team sport for someone who spent 15 years in solitary confinement. That was quite the save, considering that Weasley is apparently more accustomed to instigating trouble than putting a stop to it. Woods got the snitch. It's clear he gets results. But with all those grueling practices, is it coming at a cost? Oliver Woods got the snitch, and I've got a front-page story on an up-and-coming Quidditch talent. Weasley has the snitch. Was he hoping to experience what it's like to be the chosen one? Ronald Weasley, seemingly determined to prove that he's not just the goofy sidekick, captures the snitch. That catch of the snitch brings us to a tie. They'll be facing off against Bulgaria, whose game faces could intimidate an iron-bellied dragon. We have a tied game, courtesy of the Seeker. Then we have the United Kingdom. After a long drought, fans are thirsty for another cup. Will the team rise to the challenge or fall to pieces? The Seekers caught the snitch and levelled the score. Things are certainly getting interesting now. As the inventors of Quidditch, the pressure is certainly on the United Kingdom to perform. Well, I have it on good authority that UK's star chaser was injured in an altercation with a disgruntled Chudley Cannons fan yesterday. How will this affect the team's performance today? Rumours of conflict have long plagued our beloved UK team. Can they wipe the figurative slate clean with a win today?
The snitch is revealed! Oh, the countdown begins! Oh, the crowd is counting down.
Despite rumors of a feud between two of their players, Argentina still pull off a win.
These last few seconds can be hard to watch. Not for me, though. The match is almost over, but don't get cozy. All eyes are on the players as the countdown begins. The countdown starts, and it's all or nothing. Now's your last chance to become the hero of this story. Best be prepared for broken bones today. True Quidditch fans know not to underestimate Australia's wrath on the field. My dears, does going up against Brazil scare you as much as everyone is saying it should? Be honest. Care to respond to the naysayers that are skeptical? Some may say, rightly so, that your team can win against China next match. Tell me, is your team actually confident you can take Canada in the next match, given the difference in your standings and all? Our readers want to know if you're aware of how many players Germany's beater has knocked unconscious this year. Tell me, dears, do you hope your next match is a chance to get out of Spain's shadow? Is there any truth to the rumor that your players are intimidated by France's standing in the cup? My dears, with Japan's track record so far, have any of your players entertained the thought of calling in sick for the next match? Off the record, is your upcoming match against India the reason your players look so nervous? Or is it me? I would never entertain a rumor, not even one that the United States has non-regulation charms on their brooms. Care to speculate? Tell us, are your players concerned about communicating with each other over the cheers for Jamaica in your next match? Some say that Sweden is unstoppable this year. Would you say statements like this shake your resolve as a team before a match? You insist that Mexico demonstrating superior flying and ball handling skills does not make them the clear favourite of the next match. Tell us then, what does? Would you care to comment on how you plan to upset Uganda's winning streak next match? Don't worry, your secrets are safe with me. Oh, did you watch the United Kingdom's last match in the Cup? I only ask because your team looks so confident. To have a chance of beating New Zealand in the next match, has your team considered Felix Felicis? Oh, poor Johnson. When I wished for a hard-hitting story, this wasn't what I had in mind. Angelina Johnson's down. One can only imagine the pain and fear she must be feeling right now. Miss Granger has fallen. She can add a broom to the list of things she's broken alongside Harry Potter and Victor Crumb's hearts. Oh my, the Seeker's caught the snitch. Hermione Granger's been hit. Perhaps Little Miss Perfect isn't so perfect after all. The Seeker captures the snitch and the glory. Oh, the Seeker has the snitch. The Seeker has the snitch. With eyes set aflame with passion, the Seeker reaches out and grabs the snitch. Fred captures the snitch, proving that he who laughs last truly does laugh best, or at least most obnoxiously. Draco Malfoy claims the snitch after a dramatic and daring dive. I don't believe my eyes. Fred Weasley's caught the snitch? Is this a trick? Harry Potter, his eyes glistening with the ghosts of his past, captures the snitch. The Seekers captured the snitch and the lead. And with that catch of the snitch, the tie is broken. Oh, Harry's got the snitch. But that special someone who truly understands him remains ever elusive. Draco still manages to catch the snitch. The snitch has been caught. That Seeker is nothing if not timely. This could break the tie. The chaser shoots for the win. What a race! The Seeker is halfway to catch the snitch. The Seeker is catching up to the snitch. Almost there, Seeker. Keep it up. That snitch is so close to being caught. Oh, Angelina Johnson makes a front-page-worthy save. Johnson blocks the shot. Now let's hope she doesn't block my requests for an interview. That snitch is on its last legs. Wings. There goes Granger again, showing off. Poor Potter suffers yet another blow in a life already rife with personal loss and pain. Ginny Weasley catches the snitch in a blink of an eye. That girl is fast, almost suspiciously so. As a young child, Ginny always saw beyond her extremely humble beginnings. And now, look at her with the snitch. Hooch nearly wipes out capturing the snitch. Oh, leave it to the pros to show off, Rolanda Hooch has the snitch, and the tiniest hint of a smile. Severus Snape may have found the snitch, but true happiness and self-acceptance clearly elude him. I'm not sure what's more unbelievable, that Snape caught the snitch, or that rumor that he's in love. Evenly matched teams make for the most interesting post-match reports. Hermione Granger, an ambitious girl but a thorn in my side, makes the save. It's a tight game today. We're all on the edge of our seats. What a close game. The winner is anyone's guess. The crowd is getting restless, but I can sense a tiebreaker is within reach. Somebody had better score before this crowd falls asleep. Oh, is there a player that can rise to the occasion and score? Cedric Diggory completes a daring dive for the snitch. Beneath those curls is a courageous young man. The snitch apparently isn't the only thing Cedric's good at capturing. My sources say he's ensnared quite a few hearts, too. Potter nearly gets himself hurt intercepting the shot. Seeker and now Keeper, is there nothing this boy can't do? That snitch seemed to fly right into George Weasley's hand. Has the notorious trickster struck again? George distracts the other team and catches the snitch. Not exactly honourable, but one can admire the hustle. Rolanda Hooch is down. Is this a case of those who can't do teach? Rumour has it the soddy keeper has fallen handle over bristles for an opposing chaser. Don't be surprised if you see a blockable quaffle or two slip through. South Africa have given it their all to make it this far, but the road to the cup only gets rockier from here. Will they peter out or will they go the distance? Oh, China has never looked so good. It must be the glow of their previous victory. Can they keep their winning streak going? The spark seems to have gone out of China's Quidditch as of late. For their sake and the sake of a page-turning match, let's hope they can get out of this rut and back in the game. Not even a seer could have predicted that India would be on such a winning streak. Bit suspicious, if you ask me. Italy have a significant lead going into this match, a lead their manager assures has nothing to do with those accusations of broom tampering, but I, dear audience, am not buying it. India have had a rough go of it lately. Will they take another loss today, or will they be reborn from the ashes of failure like their native phoenix? It's been one loss after another for poor Japan. One can only imagine what they must be feeling going into today's match. Japan go into today's match with quite the winning streak, but will they be able to keep it going, given rumours of a feud between their chasers? The Italians' hearts just haven't been into their Quidditch recently, and it shows. Just what or who have captured them instead? And does this spell more heartbreak for their fans? A great save by Ginny. No doubt the youngest Weasley is sending a message. My sources say Spain, who have been struggling as of late, fired their coach last night. With this move, will they finally turn the page, or will they spiral even further downward? Egypt have really been on a roll lately. What is the secret behind their meteoric success? This reporter is determined to find out. Talk around camp is that Spain have been feigning injuries to draw fouls. Can they keep their winning streak alive now that they've been exposed? Or are tricks all they have up their sleeves? After a series of losses, Egypt's days as serious challengers seem as much a thing of the past as golden snitchets.
Something will need to change if they want to have a future in this tournament. Oh, Lestrange has been hit. The Death Eater has made quite a few enemies over the years. Could she have been targeted? Whoever made Bellatrix Lestrange fall, best watch out. People who cross her tend to end up in St. Mungo's. Hooch blocks the shot. Hogwarts flying instructor really knows the game. Everything seems to be going Canada's way lately. Has anyone checked their water bottles for Felix Felicis? Brazil have dominated headlines as of late with an impressive winning streak. Will that continue today? Stay tuned. Canada attribute their recent losses to off days. They'll need to win today or find another excuse because my readers, not to mention myself, aren't buying it. Ooh, to say that Brazil have been off their game lately would be an rumpant-sized understatement. Perhaps there's something to those rumors of infighting. Mexico is proof that Quidditch unfortunately cannot be won by passion alone. If they wish to remain in this tournament, their performance will need to improve. Mexico's recent winning streak have their hearts swelling with pride. But you know what they say, pride always comes before the fall. France have been a force of nature recently, but with rumours of a falling out between beaters, we'll see how long that lasts. I don't see how France can possibly hope to drag themselves out of the hole they now find themselves in, but it appears they're determined to try. Poland bet on youthful dynamism over experience, and so far it's blown up in their face. Can they take a page from the pros and start turning things around? Oh, in a shocking turn of events, Norway, one of the tournament favourites, find themselves struggling to stay competitive. This match could make or break them. Poland hasn't put up a World Cup performance like this since the days of Josef Wronski. Perhaps they're trying to send a message that their glory days are far from over. Expectations were high for Sweden coming into the tournament. Too high, apparently, given their shoddy record thus far. But everyone does love a comeback story. Norway have been putting on an effortless facade, but with each win, the pressure is undoubtedly mounting. Could today be the day they crack? Bellatrix Lestrange is really guarding those goalposts. I hope she won't be as guarded in her post-match interview with the Daily Prophet. Uganda's winning streak shows no signs of slowing down, but can they keep their momentum going until the bitter end? Sweden have quite the lead going into today's match, even with less than sporting rumours swirling about. Their heads seem to be in the game. Angelina Johnson has caught the snitch, and more impressively, my attention. Bellatrix Lestrange scores! With any luck, I'll score too. An interview with her, that is. Now, I'm not saying Granger cheated to get the snitch, but I am saying she'd have no problem putting a tracking charm on it. After a series of losses, Uganda returned to the proverbial drawing board and hope to start fresh today. Let's see if they can wipe the slate clean. Oh, Angelina captures the snitch, giving this match a much-needed climax. Keep your eyes on Lestrange, both because she's making thrilling saves and because she's liable to pounce at any moment. That catch of the snitch brings us to a tie. We have a tied game courtesy of the Seeker. Denmark's revolving door of coaches has, as I predicted, left the team in shambles. But all the better to mount a heartwarming and thrilling comeback, don't you think? I have it from a reliable source that the referees are in Finland's pocket. Could that be behind their recent string of successes? For quite some time now, we have been getting beaten at our own game. But if England keep this performance up, we might finally find ourselves back on top. England's performance this tournament has been rockier than their captain's love life. Unfortunately, this is one crisis ice cream from Fortescue's and sad Celestina Warbeck music won't solve. Hermione Granger, in a rare moment of spontaneity, reaches out and captures the snitch. Underdog Denmark shocked the world by winning match after match. But will they be able to keep their streak alive, particularly now that all eyes are on them? The sentiment circulating around the stands is that Germany has hit a wall. But they they've never shied away from competition, so I wouldn't count them out. After a series of painful losses, the Finnish team's morale has plummeted. Will they turn their fortunes around today and give their fans a reason to smile again? With each victory, Germany look more and more like the team to beat. But will they be able to handle the target that success has placed on their back? Ireland credit their recent successes to their mettle. Their rivals argue it's dozens of uncalled blatching fouls. Watch today's match and you be the judge. Rumour has it the Irish team are in the midst of something of a Cold War. Can they thaw the icy tensions in time to salvage the rest of the tournament? Lebanon have been doing remarkably well. Here's hoping they can keep this winning streak going. Jamaica's on a powerful winning streak. Are we witnessing the indomitable human spirit at work, or does this bear further investigation? After narrowly missing out in past years, Nigeria finally looks poised for a shot at the cup. Can they keep their winning record going? Jamaica's been struggling, but their fans aren't losing hope just yet. Will the team be able to turn it around in time? Morocco will need to turn their record around if they wish to make a name for themselves on the Quidditch world stage. It'll take a miracle for Lebanon to turn their record around at this point. But stranger things have happened. Trust this investigative journalist. My eyes have seen it all. Ukraine insists broom sabotage is the cause of their poor performance. Do we have a legitimate scandal on our hands, my dear audience? Or is this nothing more than an attempt to save face? Miss Granger has fallen. She can add a broom to the list of things she's broken alongside Harry Potter and Victor Crumb's hearts. Harry Potter, his eyes glistening with the ghosts of his past, captures the snitch. Nigeria blames their string of losses on a hexed bludger. Is there really foul play afoot, or is this allegation a mere attempt to save face? The Seekers captured the snitch and the lead. With each painful loss, it becomes more and more clear that something has thrown Bulgaria off their game. One more today and I might just have to investigate. Morocco have been playing brilliantly lately. A bit too brilliantly, if you ask me. The Seeker catches the snitch and pushes their team into the lead. With that catch, the Seeker's team shoots into the lead. Rolanda Hooch has the snitch and she has turned that frown upside down. Ukraine's skilled players have gotten them this far, but can they keep up their winning streak? Or will they fly head over broom handle into a loss? The snitch is caught, and the tie is broken. Argentina have been described as brave, enduring, and fearless. Given the winning streak they've been on, I propose another adjective, lucky as a niffler. Ooh. Bulgaria go into today's match with a commanding lead. Now, I'm not saying they're cheating, but I'm not saying it either. Despite being the victim of a clearly targeted campaign, Draco still manages to get the snitch. Bellatrix Lestrange makes the catch. With her on the pitch, that poor snitch never stood a chance. Can't say I'm all that surprised to see the Kiwis struggling to come together, not with all the drama coming out of their changing room. South Korea credit their recent success to their teamwork, but I've received a credible tip that it's actually their illegally modified brooms. New Zealand's winning streak has become mired in controversy following allegations that they've been intimidating their opponents into taking dives. Australia will need to get it together if they want to defeat a team that so obviously has their number. Everything seems to be going Canada's way lately. Has anyone checked their water bottles for liquid luck? It should come as no surprise that the Dutch are doing quite well. Their manoeuvres have been almost as creative as their captain's excuses for not sitting down for an interview. Argentina look to break a dry spell that makes the Patagonian desert look lush. Will their drought finally come to an end today? It's difficult to watch the Dutch struggle like they have been. But I'll do it for your sake, my dear audience. Bellatrix cackles with a positively feral fury as she descends on the snitch. Normally a very spirited team, South Korea looks to be crumbling under the weight of their previous losses. What will they do next? Ooh, Australia have been on a hot streak lately. A little too hot, if you ask me. But what do I, an award-winning investigative reporter, know? Poland hasn't put up a World Cup performance like this since the playing days of Josef Wronski. Perhaps they're trying to send a message that their glory days are far from over. To call Saudi Arabia a dark horse is putting it mildly. In fact, their meteoric rise merits a front-page spread in the Daily Prophet. Norway have been effortlessly laying the foundation, but with each win, the pressure is undoubtedly mounting. Could today be the day they crack? Saudi Arabia's had some particularly rotten luck recently. A Felix Felicis potion gone wrong, perhaps. Rumour has it that the South African contingent underwent some emergency shake-ups yesterday. Will these changes finally turn their losing streak around? Oh, South Africa are proving to be quite the challengers. They go into today's match with a large lead. After a series of losses, Uganda return to the proverbial drawing board and hope to start fresh today. Let's see if they can wipe the proverbial slate clean. Uganda's winning streak has come under scrutiny following accusations they sent anime guy undercover to spy on the other teams. Is there any truth to these allegations, or is someone hoping to get them out of the picture? Keep your eyes on Lestrange, both because she's making thrilling saves and because she's liable to strike you down at any moment. Bulgaria go into today's match with a huge lead. Now, I'm not saying they're cheating, but I'm not saying it either. The United States' strategy has really blown up in their faces this tournament. Then again, as quad pot fans, they must be used to that. The United States have been on an impressive winning streak as of late, but with reports that it's gone to their heads, will their confidence be their undoing? For quite some time now, we have been getting beaten at our own game. But if the United Kingdom keep this performance up, we might finally find ourselves back on top. The UK's performance this tournament has been rockier than their captain's love life. Unfortunately, this is one crisis ice cream from Fortescue's and sad Celestina Warbeck music won't solve. It should come as no surprise that the Dutch are doing so well. Their manoeuvres have been almost as creative as their captain's excuses for not sitting down for an interview. They pass to their teammate, they make a pass, they're passing the quaffle. The quaffle flies past the keeper. Oh! One can only imagine the frustration and self-doubt they must be feeling. They lost the quaffle. The quaffle slips through their hands. They pass the quaffle. The beater knocked their opponent out of the skies. What a pity. The beaters found themselves on the wrong end of a hit. That beater knows they're supposed to beat the bludger, not get beaten, right? The seeker suffers a blow that's sure to haunt them for years. Fear washes over the seeker's face as they plummet to the ground. Oh, they miss the mark. The chaser's been swept off their broom. They take the shot, but they miss the shot. They go for the shot. They line up the shot. Well, that keeper's certainly proving to be a keeper, aren't they? They shoot, they take a chance, and they block the shot. They make the save, and they make the shot, and they score. The beater hits their mark. They score. They hit their mark. They hit their target. They found the snitch. The seeker found it, but can they catch it? Their eyes lock onto the snitch. This is their chance to tie the game. With this shot, they can tie the game. The chaser's heart skips a beat as they break the tie. There goes the tie. The poor keeper must be beating themselves up right now. They go for the tie break. They dive for the snitch and miss. They edge out the other seeker for a very close catch.
catch. So close, but the snitch slipped from their grasp. They shoot for the win. They caught it right out from under the other's nose. They're hot on the heels of the snitch. They're so close to catching it. They're gaining on the snitch. They break the tie and secure the lead for their team. She makes a pass. She passes to her teammate. The quaffle flies past the keeper. One can only imagine the frustration and self-doubt she must be feeling. She passes the quaffle. The quaffle slips through her hands. The beater knocked her opponent out of the skies. She lost the quaffle. She's passing the quaffle. That beater knows she's supposed to beat the bludger, not get beaten, right? The chase has been swept off her broom. Oh, she misses the mark. The seeker suffers a blow that's sure to haunt her for years. Fear washes over the seeker's face as she plummets to the ground. What a pity. The beater's found herself on the wrong end of a hit. She takes the shot, but she misses the shot. She shoots. She goes for the shot. She takes a chance, and she lines up the shot. Well, that keeper's certainly proving to be a keeper, isn't she? She makes the save. She blocks the shot. And she scores. And she makes the shot. She scores. The beater hits her mark. She hits her target. She hits her mark. The seeker found it, but can she catch it? She found the snitch. Her eyes lock onto the snitch. With this shot, she can tie the game. The chaser's heart skips a beat as she breaks the tie. This is her chance to tie the game. There goes the tie. The poor keeper must be beating herself up right now. She dives for the snitch and misses. She shoots for the win. She goes for the tiebreak. She edges out the other seeker for a very close catch. So close, but the snitch slipped from her grasp. She's gaining on the snitch. She's hot on the heels of the snitch. She's so close to catching it. She caught it right out from under the other's nose. She breaks the tie and secures the lead for her team. He makes a pass. He's passing the quaffle. The quaffle flies past the keeper. One can only imagine the frustration and self-doubt he must be feeling. The quaffle slips through his hands. He passes to his teammate. He lost the quaffle. The chaser's been swept off his broom. The beater knocked his opponent out of the skies. What a pity. The beater's found himself on the wrong end of a hit. He passes the quaffle. That beater knows they're supposed to beat the bludger, not get beaten, right? Oh, he misses the mark. Ooh. The seeker suffers a blow that's sure to haunt him for years. Fear washes over the seeker's face as he plummets to the ground. He takes the shot. He shoots. He makes the save. He lines up the shot, but he misses the shot. He blocks the shot. Well, that keeper's certainly proving to be a keeper, isn't he? He takes a chance, and he scores. He goes for the shot. He hits his mark. He hits his target. And he makes the shot. His eyes lock onto the snitch. He found the snitch. He scores. The beater hits his mark. The seeker found it, but can he catch it? The chaser's heart skips a beat as he breaks the tie. This is his chance to tie the game. With this shot, he can tie the game. There goes the tie. The poor keeper must be beating himself up right now. He dives for the snitch and misses. He goes for the tiebreak. So close, but the snitch slipped from his grasp. He edges out the other seeker for a very close catch. He's hot on the heels of the snitch. He's gaining on the snitch. He shoots for the win. He's so close to catching it. He breaks the tie and secures the lead for his team. He caught it right out from under the other's nose.